So today we're going to be ranking every single LEGO Star Wars Sith minifigure ever made. Now again, like I said last time in my ranking all Jedis video, I may have missed a few. I did make this list myself, and I might be counting different people you might not call Sith, but if you think that, just put it in the comments and let me know. Alright, first up we have the Darth Vader, a little minifigure thing from the LEGO Star Wars board game. I don't think this is as bad as the Luke Skywalker pilot one from the last video, but it's not great. Next up, I think this might be... I think this is one of the original Darth Mauls, not the 20th anniversary torso one. I actually really like quite like all the Darth Maul minifigures. It's pretty good. A lot of these Sith minifigures I reckon will get a better rankings than the Jedi will, because they're just so much cooler. The old Darth Vaders do it very well, but I think the new ones do outshine them, especially the helmet piece. I'm gonna put this Vader in B tier. Same with this Vader as well. It's pretty much the same Vader, just a different face printing. This Emperor Palpatine, I don't really like it that much. I find the face printing looks kind of smudged. And I know this one next to it, the only difference is the black hands, so they'll probably be going in the same tier list. He also looks too much like an old man rather than he like being disfigured. I'm gonna put him in B tier for now. Same thing with this Count Dooku. His face kind of smudges a lot with the older figures of these ones I see a lot of the time. Although the chrome hilt lightsaber is really cool and it is a good fig. I would put it above all of these ones in B for now. Light up a Darth Vader is really cool. I do like when LEGO do things differently and they don't just play it safe. So I will put this in A just for that. And another one of the Darth Vaders that just look the same. This Palpatine having not yellow skin does work better than the yellow skin. I would probably rather it over these 5 here. This Vader having no cape just makes him look incredibly weird and kind of lame. I honestly would rather this little dude. I think he's more unique than this Vader. This battle damaged Vader is really cool. I do think he has aged a bit poorly. I would put him about here. I think I would rather the Dooku over the battle damaged Vader, especially because that helmet piece doesn't really fit properly, because it's like it comes from like a diving gear piece and the neck doesn't sit right. So yeah, B tier. Now Star Killer. He's not awful, but he has aged. Like you can tell he's a very old figure. I would probably put him here. I still would rather the Count Dooku over him. Now the old Asajj Ventress. Her cloth piece is cool, but it also is the downside of this fig for me. Her printing is a little bit better than the other Asajj Ventress in the lists later on. I'd probably put a top of C. I think I would rather any of these Palpatines and Vaders than her. Another Vader, a little bit better chest printing, same type of face though. He isn't bad, definitely not bad. I would probably put him above all these other Vaders. I'm not sure which one. I think this one is the Chrome Vader. It's hard to tell which one's which. But up next is another Palpatine. Definitely better than these Palpatines here. Honestly, probably here. I would rather Starkiller and Count Dooku over this Palpatine though. And another Vader, barely any difference. Usually it's just the face prints that are different with these ones. Oh, I think this one is Chrome Vader, straight to S tier. It's fantastic. I think it looks so cool. I like when LEGO does really cool different figures for their May the 4th promos. Yeah, so S tier. Now, this Dooku, he does suffer from the Clone Wars style face. I would I would probably put him here. I would rather the Asajj Ventress. I think she's a little bit cooler. And we have got better versions of Count Dooku, so yeah. Another old style Vader, very much similar to this one, just a different style face print. And now we've got the cursed Chancellor Palpatine. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that face print. It's honestly scary. Now another Vader, they're all the same. Pretty much the only thing that changes is very slight differences on the face, so they're all just going to be probably grouped together. Now we got battle damaged Anakin / Vader. He's pretty cool. I would probably about here. I think he's cool enough and unique enough that he's better than all his other generic figures. Now Savage Opress, he is the only Savage Opress we've ever gotten, and even though he has the Clone Wars style face, it doesn't get in the way too much, and it doesn't bring down his figure a lot. I'd probably put him here. I like Savage, but the figure isn't that amazing. I do like the unique head pieces and the armor piece. That's pretty cool. Now this Savage Opress, she's just so common and she looks kind of weird. I would rather this Chancellor Palpatine over this Asajj, so yeah. Now a lot of these Mauls are really damn good. I would still think I would rather this Count Dooku over this Maul. I like Maul with the hood pieces rather than his Zabrak horn pieces. But this Maul is a straight up S tier. I think the getting shirtless Maul in a poly bag, it's really good. I really liked it. Now this Vader is definitely C tier. Probably about there, because like a black head, no printed head, and I'm pretty sure this Vader only came out in like equipment, so like with watches or like a Lego style pen or something like that. So it's not very unique, it's not very cool, but it is Vader. Now we got another Darth Maul. I think I do like the printing on this first Darth Maul or better. I really like the hooded Darth Maul minifigures. I'm gonna leave it in A tier. I think it's really good. Now we got Darth Malgus. This is a fantastic figure. It came out, I think it was in 2013. And it stands up today. I think a unique cape piece, unique armor pieces, unique headpiece, unique like shoulder piece. It's really good, really top tier. And same with this Chancellor Palpatine. I think this is the one from Palpatine's arrest. Maybe he could have came with like this rubber, maybe not rubber, maybe fabric like gown piece, like you see him in the movie. But it's really good nonetheless. It's not too bad that he didn't come with it. Now we got Santa Maul. It's cool. It's probably one of the best Santa Sith minifigures we've gotten. We've got a few Darth Vaders, but getting Maul is really good. Now this Vader is basically the same as all the others. It just comes with a metal printing, and for that it's a little bit more unique. It comes in a book, not too hard to get, so I'm going to rank it above those other ones. Now there's Count Dooku minifigure, the best and I think the most modern one we've gotten so far. The only one that hasn't got the old face style printing or Clone Wars style printing. Very expensive because of that, and it's old and we haven't got an updated figure of that. Lego, hurry up and do it. But it's fantastic. Still comes with the chrome hilt piece. It's really good. Now, even though this Darth Maul comes with the awkward Clone Wars style face, getting his mechanical legs is fantastic. And also shirtless again, so you get to see all that awesome printing instead of having it covered up. It's really good. This minifigure here, I'm not sure what this comes with. I think his name is just like Sith Warrior or something. He's pretty cool. I would probably rather him over these generic Darth Vaders, but he's not too amazing compared to everything else. Another just banger Chancellor Palpatine figure. I don't know what set he came out in. I think that's what he wears at the start of episode 3. It might have been... Is it called the Invisible Hand? I'm not sure. Up next we have the goat, Revan. He's very expensive though, so getting your hands on this minifigure is going to be challenging. Cool nonetheless. Really awesome lightsabers, really good printing, a lot of unique parts, really good. Now a lot of these Vaders, that's a Palpatine, a lot of these Vaders that we've been getting recently, like I said before with the older Vaders, the only thing that changes is like their headpieces, so they're not too unique, but they are very good. The new, although he doesn't come with the new helmet piece, I'm gonna put him here. That new helmet piece just makes Vaders, the newer Vaders, go over and beyond these older Vaders. But having flesh colored head instead of grey is really cool. Just a very solid Palpatine. I would rank him above anyone in B. He's just more accurate, and yeah, I would put him in bottom of A. Now this Santa Vader does beat out both of these Mauls though, because like, come on, it's probably one of the best holiday figures we've gotten, definitely the best Darth Vader holiday figure we've gotten for sure. Now this Ventress, I love it. I remember seeing Ventress in the animated Clone Wars movie, and I thought her character was really cool, and I think this Ventress really just captures that uniqueness that she brought to that movie, so that I just really like it. Now we got the Grand Inquisitor. This is the older version, or the newer one we got in the Inquisitor Scythe, I think it was. Really cool helmet piece. Out of everyone in A, I would probably say he's more unique, and yeah, I would probably want him over anyone in A tier. Now a lot of these Palpatines are just going to go to A. I think the only difference between these two is double-sided printing head, I think. So for that reason, I would probably move him up above this one. But yeah, he's just a solid Emperor Palpatine minifigure all around. Same with this one, just solid, all very good. Although I would rather the new style of Vader with the new helmet and the updated printing, especially that printing with the wider head, but still keeping the flesh toned eyes and cheek lines. It's really good. Again, all these newer style Vaders are just going to be lumped together because they're very similar. Although I do think this one has arm printing, so he is going to go above this one. I think that's where they really only deviate for me, is when they include arm printing and when they don't. This Darth Maul, very similar to this one. I don't know if this one, there's one of these Darth Mauls coming up that doesn't include pupils, and I think it's very odd, especially because it is a newer style figure and it has come out recently. So if I mess that up, I do mean to lower that figure. I just can't, it's hard to tell which one is which. Up next is our first Kylo Ren. I think it's very solid. I don't really like Kylo Ren as a character. I don't really like the prequels, but I will give LEGO props as they do like capture his character very good.
This is the way.
I would probably put him here. He is very good. I do like the helmet piece better than the Darth Vader helmet piece. Although his head on this figure is a little weird, but that's fine. Another just very old but really nostalgic Darth Maul minifigure. I really like these hooded Darth Mauls. I don't know why, but yes, definitely A tier for me. Another Kylo Ren figure. I don't... This one I would probably put here. It's without the helmet, he kind of just looks like a generic angry person. But he is definitely less generic than all these other Vaders down here. A really cool Darth Vader this one is actually, but I don't think he has arm printing. He does definitely have different torso printing, which I really like. A just very solid face print, very solid helmet piece, just really good all overall. Basically all the Inquisitors are S tier. I think they've done all the Inquisitors very well, except for Reva. I think Reva is, just in her character design, isn't that great. I would honestly rather, I'd probably put it here. I'd rather any of these old characters, because at least they have that nostalgic factor for me. When I look at Reva, I just see a very generic bad guy. Big. Nothing too special. I don't know where this figure is from. His name might just be Sith Warrior, the same as this one. I think it might be part of the Old Republic sets that came out a long time ago, although I do really like his face printing, and for that I will put him... I'll put him here because that face is really cool with all those red markings. But other than that, nothing really stands out to me. A very generic Darth Maul. I'd probably rather all the old figures over this Maul. Nothing really like blows my mind. It's just Darth Maul. I think the nostalgia of all these old figures beat him. Another just very good and solid Vader. Nothing really to say there though. Snoke, I think Snoke looks just he just looks a bit derpy to me. I don't think his head piece or like the face printing really conveys the menacing characteristics he had, and instead they just like jumbled his face and he looks a bit silly. And he also looks like he's wearing a bath gown, so I don't like that minifigure at all. More Kylo Ren. I'm just gonna group it with the other Kylo Ren. I think the only difference here is like a slightly different printing and a bigger cape. This Kylo Ren as well, I would probably rank about here. Nothing really special. He just looks like a person. You can tell he's a bad guy, but he just looks like a generic bad guy. This Darth Vader in when he goes into his meditation chamber, it's fantastic. It's probably the best meditating Vader, or like, it's not transformation Vader, but it is Vader without his armor, and I think that's the best one. This Kylo Ren is the same as all the others, maybe a bit better because he's got that scar printing, but yeah. Another generic Vader. This Kylo Ren is really cool. I would probably rather him... I'd probably put him there. I think that helmet piece is really cool. It's the only one with that helmet piece that actually comes with a cape. Face printing is really cool. I think it is a very solid one compared to... I think it's the best Kylo Ren figure we've gotten so far. Now this is basically the same figure, just without the cape, but I think the cape really elevates him, makes him look way more menacing. Without it, he kind of looks very meh. I would probably put him here though, because the helmet is really cool. More Darth Mauls. I think this is the one. I think it came from a book. He's got the Crimson Dawn necklace piece. I really like that. I'm not sure where I would put him though. I think I would probably put him here. I do think he is better than these Darth Mauls, because of that printing and actually having a Crimson Dawn Darth Maul. But I think I would still rather the old Count Dooku over him. There's another very solid Darth Vader and another very solid Emperor Palpatine. And again, just another very solid Darth Vader. And now up we have another Holiday Vader. Definitely way worse than the Santa one. I'd probably honestly... is not that good. The Holiday Sweater is cool, but this one just hits hard. This one doesn't. Especially because he's got the unique hands and the unique cape. Yeah, I'll probably put this one in mid-range B. Another just solid Darth Vader and another solid Maul, except without that Crimson Dawn neck piece, so he can stay there too. Now, if you want Inquisitor minifigures, the Inquisitor Scythe is a really good set to get them, and I reckon all of these Inquisitors, apart from Reva, go in S tier. They're just very solid, very good printing, very good pieces, and face prints. I love them all. And just another solid Darth Vader again. Another Christmas Vader. I would probably rather this Vader over the other one, but barely. Probably here. They've done, it's alright. You get what you get out of the advent calendars, but it's not too amazing. Another just solid Darth Vader, another solid Emperor Palpatine. All of these Palpatines as well really just have like slightly different face prints, different helmet pieces, spongier capes, really minuscule changes, so I'm just gonna clump them together. Another solid Vader, although I think this one has arm printing. It's really hard to see, the photos are really small. This Palpatine here, it's the same thing with this Holiday Darth Vader, or even this Darth Vader, because they have a very similar chest pieces. So I think I would rather Darth Vader over Palpatine though, so he can go back there. I think this guy's name is Marok from the Ahsoka series. Really cheap set you can actually get him in. As well, just a very solid, another Inquisitor minifigure. It's just very good. Now this is a very similar Palpatine to the Palpatine's Arrest. I do rather the Palpatine's Arrest though. The face printing is better. I would rather legs rather than a dress piece. But he's very good. It's very good other than that. I'd probably put him there. I think the Kylo Ren is a little bit cooler. Given that we haven't had that Kylo Ren before. We've had this Palpatine before. Just a very slight difference in printing. I think this might be the 20th anniversary Maul here. It's up there with all these three. I really like the design of the hooded Mauls with the capes. Very solid. More generic Mauls. I'm gonna put both of these in the same spot. I'd rather the little bit of chest printing showing. Up next we have I think it's the character encyclopedia. I'm not sure if that's right, but it doesn't come from a book. I think it's the only Palpatine that actually comes from the sequels. Well, obviously episode 9 only. It's actually really cool. I don't really like Palpatine in that movie, but this is a cool figure. I would probably still rather... Probably there. This Maul is kind of lame, but I would rather all these Mauls and the Count Dooku minifigures over this Palpatine. That seems about right to me. Now, the next Asajj. This Asajj is definitely not better than the other Asajj we did before. Definitely better than these two down in C and F though. The purple is a bit striking for me. I think it's a bit too purple. I would probably put her around... Yeah, I do think she's better than Savage. Although I do like this Kylo Ren helmet better. So I'm going to put her in, like, top-ish of B. Cookie Darth Vader is really cool. I'm still yet to get my hands on it. But, really awesome figure. If this was in a advent calendar, it would probably be the best advent calendar Darth Vader or Sith minifigure we've ever gotten. But it isn't. It's just in a Christmas set. But it's sick. I did put in these... Palpatine holograms just because I had Palpatine on them. I do think this is the best hologram, and it's an amazing piece to have in any Star Wars mock or set. So it is going to go to S tier. This one's a bit lame. I'd put it about there. It kind of reminds me of the new Mando Carbonite sticker pieces. I wish they kept the old Han Solo Carbonite and just like changed it up a bit, but they didn't. That reminds me of that. Yeah, this piece is, if you compare it to the one up here, like the little trophy hologram piece, this piece is just like, it's alright, but it's nowhere near as good as the other one. Darth Rey, I think given all the other Reys, oh, but well, I wouldn't rather her over Maul though. I think I would rather her over Palpatine, because she's just like a little bit more unique, and I don't think we'll ever get her again. But I think I would still rather all these other figures in the A tier better than Darth Rey. Yeah. I forgot this character's name. This one. I think isn't he the brother of Sig Greebling out of that LEGO Star Wars show? He's very generic. It just looks like an angry person rather than a Sith. I honestly would put him about there. No, I'd honestly put him in F. I would still rather these two figures down in F tier. I would rather these two figures over this guy. I think this guy just looks very plain and generic. At least these two have like their own characteristics. Next up we got Darth Jar Jar. I think Darth Jar Jar is worse. I think I would rather all these other Palpatines than Darth Jar Jar, simply because he didn't come with a cape. I think he could have been elevated, probably S tier, if he came with like a really cool cape, but he didn't. He just came with torso, legs, and headpiece, and that's all. So yeah, another the same character. I'm gonna put him in the same area. They just look like people. They don't really strike me as Sith. They just look like a little bit of like an emo person. But yeah, and up next, I think is that Darth Malik? I'm not too knowledgeable on Darth Malik, but he is a very cool and unique minifigure, and when you do compare him to his counterpart, I know he's very accurate and very cool and awesome to get alongside just a regular R2-D2 set. I know the red is a little bit of a shade out, but a very good minifigure indeed. Alright, so this is my tier list of every single LEGO Star Wars Sith minifigure ever made. I will leave the link to this tier list in the description, so if you want to do this tier list for yourself, let me know where you rate them, or if there's any way to show me where you rate them. I would be really interested to know where you put your favorite Sith minifigures. If you like this video, make sure to like it down below and subscribe. That would be amazing, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you.